Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Maradol, a junior student at the High University, and on this channel I share information for the university students to help them with presentations. In this video I'm gonna share the vocabulary that you can implement and use in your presentation, and useful phrases in English with smooth transitions and the openings and so on. So let's start. So the first thing in the opening and welcome part, in the beginning, you can just start. Hi everyone, I'm delighted to be speaking with you today, and hi everyone, welcome to name of the presentation, and good morning, afternoon, or even not evening, rarely. Everyone, thanks for coming, and so on and so on. Here you can start at the university. You can start with hi because it's not necessary to be too formal. You can be just semi-formal or less formal, but not informal. So continue. In the overview, you can just start with what I'm going to talk about is I would like to take this opportunity to talk to you about the main goal of this presentation is, as you all know, I'm going to be talking to you about something, and let me start with some general information. Let me start with explaining how or that's and so on. So the next is agenda. So we can just start our agenda. Our presentation is divided into 10 or 8 parts, 6 parts, 3 parts. So this talk will be divided into these sections, number of sections. As you can see on the screen, our agenda today is something. The next is phrases to highlight or emphasize something. So you can just say it should be emphasized that I want to draw attention to this point, or another significant point is that we have to remember that, and so on. So in the video description there is a Google Docs where these words, these also sections has more options to choose, and some other sections that will not be mentioned in this video, and you can just download it, and it's a print outable, so you can just print out for yourself, share with your friends, share it with the group mates and others. The next is introduce your new topic or point, or just introducing first point or topic. You can say, now let's start the first part of my talk, which is about, or all right, let's jump right in, or just let's get started. Let me begin by looking at, now let's move to the first part of the presentation, let's move to, and so on. The next one is continue the topic. You can continue the topic saying that let's turn to the next point, or I'd like to change the direction, or now let's turn to, or turning our attention now, or this leads me to my next point, which is about something, or okay, so that's something, but what about this thing? Well, and asking question and saying well and trying to continue. And the next case can be reminder, so we can just say as I said at the beginning, this relates to what I was saying earlier, or let me go back what I said earlier about something. So in the example case, you can say just a good example of this is something. To illustrate this point, we can get, or we can say, well, to give you an example, you got it. So the next one is infographics. Here it also relates to the charts, tables, diagrams, whatever that's related to infographics. You can say that let me use a graphic to explain this. I think the graph perfectly shows that, or I think the graph perfectly shows how. If you look at this graph, you can see how, or this chart shows that something. According to this chart, we can understand how, or as you can see from this infographic, our research indicates that something. So the next, one of the last parts, the summary and conclusion, you can say just to sum up, or I'd like to end by emphasizing the main points, and emphasize the main points, briefly saying, or I think we have seen that we should, well, we've covered that all points, and covering the points, I'd like to conclude by, or in conclusion, let me sum up mentioned main points. And at the end, thanking the audience, you can just thank you for your thank you for your attention. I'd like to thank you for taking time to listen us, if it's group project. Thank you for your listening. It was a pleasure to being here today. And at the end, for regarding questions, now we have some time for Q&A, or if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will be happy to answer any questions. So don't forget that there is a link for the Google Talk in the video description, so you can just download it. It's a print outable, so share with your friends, share with your group mates, share with your team members, and consider that there is no timings for your audience, and mostly case because in requirements, or a professor will mention, probably will mention about the timing you will have. For example, if it's team project, team presentation, you will be given on average from 10 to 15 minutes for the whole presentation. So don't worry about that. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe my channel to see more every week, and stay tuned for more information, new information for yourself, and getting higher grade for your university presentation grade. If you like this video, if you find it helpful, just comment below, just let me know. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment or just DM me on Twitter, and I will be happy to help you. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.